Excuse me. I cry not because I'm sad, but because I'm happy that despite all the trouble going on in the world, this is a room full of people who care enough to spend their lives doing something about it. Since September 8th, 2004, Mrs. Fatou Bensouda of the Gambia has served as the Deputy Prosecutor in charge of the Prosecution Division of the Office of the Prosecutor. How many times can you say prosecutor? Prior to holding this position, Mrs. Bensouda worked as a legal advisor and trial attorney at the International Criminal Tribunal for Rwanda in Arusha, Tanzania, rising to the position of Senior Legal Advisor and Head of the Legal Advisory Unit, Minister of Justice and Attorney General of Gambia. On December 12th, Fatou Bensouda will present as the consensus candidate to succeed Luis Moreno Ocampo as prosecutor of the ICC. Please welcome Mrs. Fatou Bensouda.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, President Yankama, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this year's recipient of the Justicia Award for Civil Support, Ms. Angelina Jolie, embodies the true idea of a global citizen who recognizes no borders in her quest for both relief and justice for victims around the world. She has dedicated herself, her time, and her resources to humanitarian endeavors all over the world. For over a decade, Angelina has visited many different and afflicted zones to meet with refugees and internally displaced persons. She was named a UNHCR Goodwill Ambassador in 2001, and as such, has promoted humanitarian causes and established a number of charitable organizations with a special focus on the relieving the suffering of children. But the significance of Angelina's vocation goes even beyond that. She has come to understand the workings of the international community. She knows that states are the ones with the resources to generate change, and for that reason, she has repeatedly met with government officials and diplomats trying to get from states the kind of commitment that is necessary not only to alleviate suffering, but to prevent it. Angelina once said, "No victim should be expected to simply forget. No one should have to choose between peace and justice." Her dedication to the plight of victims brought Angelina to the ICC, where she has attended the trial and the closing arguments in the case against Thomas Lubanga Dilo, the first trial at the International Criminal Court. With this, she echoed our hopes that beyond the enormous significance that the trial has had for the victims of these particular crimes, the certainty of accountability will make a difference in the life of so many children around the world today. The challenge for these individuals working from civil society is to mobilize public opinion towards a new commitment, not only moral, but material, with the promotion and defense of human rights. And that way, governments will know that their societies will not tolerate that their leaders decide not to protect those who cannot protect themselves.